Welcome to the July edition of our monthly product update. We're currently moving into our new office, so please do excuse any construction sounds you can hear in the background. Let's take a look at the updates in version 2.79 of FeedbackFruits. First off, group member evaluation now includes a setup instruction video which appears at the top of a newly created activity. This is part of an ongoing rollout of more video instructions inside the tools as we try to make onboarding for new teachers and instructional designers more straightforward. As well as these setup instruction videos, you'll also see new sorts of videos appearing in different steps and sections of activities in the upcoming months. Which brings us to number 2, a new explanatory video inside the criteria dialog in feedback assignments, so activities like peer review or skill review. This more clear instruction, as well as last month's update allowing rubrics to be downloaded for easier sharing, works towards making setting up assessments a more scalable and accessible practice. Next, there have been some improvements to the allocations dialog, making it easier to read and search for students in order to distribute reviews in the desired way. When choosing automatic allocations, for example, you can now switch sorting order of students' names by clicking on the name column or arrow. You can search for specific students or groups. You can also search for particular students within the drop-down menus. And lastly, the window is now a bit wider so you can see more allocation columns when there's lots of reviews to give. On smaller devices, this dialog will now even go full screen. And moving over to interactive study materials, filtering contributions is now possible when viewing comments, discussions, and replies inside the sidebar. This new filter menu makes it possible to sort teachers' and students' comments. So by only showing student contributions, you can quickly gauge if there are queries about the material, or by setting it to teacher, you could see whether your questions have been responded to, for instance. This is especially helpful in larger classes or where lots of comments have been left. Next up, group synchronization within Microsoft Teams is now optional rather than mandatory. Previously, groups would always be automatically synced, meaning separate channels had to be made in order to fine-tune group assignments. Now, it's possible for administrators to turn off group sync so that students can be manually divided into their desired teams. And lastly, student previews are now available in Brightspace when using LTI 1.3. To enable this, open up the Account drop-down and click View as a Learner, select Student. You'll see this explanatory dialog pop up. You can press Enter to continue, and then you can preview the assignment from the student perspective. Do note that interactions will be somewhat limited as you're not a real student, more like a ghost. But that's it for version 2.79. To keep on top of the tool suite, follow our channel, subscribe to the newsletter, or check out the constant new resources on our website. And see you next time in August.